Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to film just a little get ready with me. Figured I would come on here. I got a new camera. I hope it is looking better. I'm going to use a couple new products, a couple old products. I have been really liking this, but I was a little taken aback that this little tiny guy right here, I mean, it's like tiny compared to, here's the Morphe spray. And the Morphe one, I think, is kind of small. This is the Glow Recipe Ultra Fine Mist Hydrating Glowing Radiance. I really like it. Unfortunately, it's tiny, but it's the only thing that really, I know, and I go like really ham on setting sprays, especially stuff like that. That really just soaks into my skin and it really just feels good. Today, this one, I haven't used this one a little bit. This is Quench from Tarte. We're going to try to use this again. It's very hydrating. And if you guys have been watching me for any time, you know my skin is super, super, not necessarily dry. My skin's pretty normal, but because of my health issues, my skin is very dehydrated. It sucks, but it really affects how makeup goes on. And I notice if I use something a little more hydrating and kind of let it sit on my skin for a few minutes before I go in and start adding makeup to it, it really makes a difference. I have been really enjoying this. This is the Ofra, the Makeup Fixer Light Refreshing Mist that keeps your makeup on all day. I use this for my little sponge here to wet it, and it, for some reason, just has really made a huge difference in how the makeup goes on. I think it's better than that, just for what I use it for. I get it nice and wet, and I'm gonna go in. I have not found a foundation that I like better than this one, and it is very, very inexpensive, and that is the CYO Life Proof, and this is in the lightest shade, which I'm not sure. I think it's, yeah, just number 1. It is kind of difficult to find. You get it through Walgreens, but for some reason the lightest shade is a little difficult to find. I use a little bit of the e.l.f. Putty Primer just to kind of fill in right through here, about that much. And I use that just really in this area right through here and right through my chin. You know, when you get older, you get areas that just don't look all that smooth anymore. Oh, I got a little too close to my eye than I wanted to. And that is, for me, right through here. Right through here. But this really helps my makeup to just kind of stick. You know, I use the hydrating primer just to really help my skin, but then I use this just to really help smooth my face. I am 49 years old, and you know, you're not getting any younger, and I'm a firm believer in do what makes you feel good, you know, and I enjoy wearing makeup, and I enjoy doing makeup for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy watching me. I've heard some mixed opinions, but you know, you're gonna hear that anywhere you go. If you've been watching me, you know I do this more for a hobby / distraction from my chronic health issues, which I would not wish on anybody. Little update on my health. The gastroparesis is not doing any better. In fact, it's doing worse. I am trying to, this is going to sound funny to people, but you know, like most people, but my stomach does not digest food properly, and if I eat a big meal, it can take 3 days for all of the food to digest, or usually before that happens, I get sick and it comes up. But They are still trying to talk me into getting a feeding tube, and I don't want one. I really don't. They're so hard to deal with, but I may have to, because that's a lot of the reason why, like, my skin is very dry. That's a lot of reason why a lot of my wrinkles are getting really bad, because my skin is just, your skin suffers the most, I think, when you have health issues. I really do. I think it's like the number one thing to really just kind of go first. And then, of course, usually it's your liver, which I've been having serious issues with my liver again. It's an autoimmune disease that it's not, well, it just kind of mimics like hepatitis would, but I don't have hepatitis. I have an autoimmune disease where my body is, it's almost like, I think they actually call it autoimmune hepatitis, because it's, my body's trying to attack my liver. My body has been trying to shut my liver down for about 6 years now. Maybe a little longer than that, actually. It was, God, yeah, it was right before me and my husband got together, and it's been almost 10 years. So it's been about 9-10 years. I go on medication every so often to stop my immune system, because my immune system is what does it. I have a really good immune system. I was never really sick most of my life, and I'm making up for it now, unfortunately. But that is that CYL Life Proof. And, you know, I've discovered this from watching the Taylor. You know, she does the 15 days of foundation. And now she has dry skin, but she did always have oily skin. But the one thing I liked about her so much is me and her have the same skin tone. There's a little bit of this, just a tiny bit of my YSL powder, the loose powder, and that I'm going to use that just to lightly set, just barely set my face. I put that on just ever so lightly, and the YSL powder is really the only one that I found. I tried the La Mer powder. I got to try that at a friend's house. I'm not spending that kind of money. I got the YSL powder. I got this off of Poshmark because it's not that I can't afford it. I can't find myself spending that much money. Now, if it's an item that I'm getting to review for you guys, I don't mind spending a little more. I want to use this Revlon eyeshadow base. I tried this before and I really did like it. I'm going to put some on with my finger, kind of, and it's really helping because I have such hooded eyes. It's helping with those shadows not getting just so muddy. And you don't get a super amount of coverage out of it. So I've been wanting to pull out this Blush Tribe palette. Everybody's been wanting me to do I haven't pulled this on here, and everybody was talking about how they liked the colors when I showed this in the last video. So we're going to use this today. This is the Hacienda 2 from Blush Tribe. I actually just ordered some other stuff from them. And I'm going to use the Anastasia. I'm going to use this Sales color. I love this white color for setting my my eye. This is like one of the best pigmented whites. I mean, look at that. Because I like to set that with a white, even though I didn't use like a white primer. I've been really enjoying that. And it just really helps to give a nice clean base to put that on. I'm not going to set the lid. What do we want to do today? I'm thinking of green. I want to try out let's try out some of these greens today. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this a little different, I think. I'm going to go with this green right here. I'm just going to really tap that off, and I'm going to start off low in my crease right here. And I'm just going to work that in. Trying to keep that mainly in that area right there, and then slowly kind of bringing it up and out a little, and then inward my crease. I'm using that just to really kind of blow that color out. I don't want it like super crazy because I want to use that as kind of a transition. I wish there was a yellow in this palette. I really do. If there was a yellow, I could kind of go above this with a yellow, and I think it would look very pretty. This is mainly just greens and purples, so I'm gonna kind of do a monochrome green today. We're gonna do all greens. How about that? Just something a little different. I don't think I've ever done an all green look. And, you know, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, so do it to it. I'm just going to take this brush here, there's nothing on it, and just kind of blend that out. Soften that edge a little bit. I want that to be a lot softer at the top. I'm going to build on it, but I want that color to stay very light towards the back. Brushes, I'm going to grab my Wayne Goss number 17. This color here, it's called Ree, R-E-E. I grab that color there, and I'm going to put that right down in here in the lower crease. I'm going to start kind of patting that into the outer corner. I'm not going to use a whole lot of different colors in this look, but because it's just going to kind of be green. But I am going to use that color to bring a lot of darkness there. You know, if I didn't have hooded eyes, it would be so much easier to do this. I have, let me know what you guys think. I have a couple of people that want me to do their makeup on camera, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I think it would be a good lesson because I could show you guys some other things that I can do. I've had people ask me why I don't do, you know, more dramatic, more colorful looks and, you know, stuff like that, like some channels do. I would, but I just, on my eyes, it is so difficult. I do try to bring a lot of color, figuring what I have to work with. If you have hooded eyes, you know what I'm talking about. It is very difficult. You see me always lifting my eye and kind of, you know, working in the colors. I have to really work the colors into the crease because if I don't, they're just going to smear and kind of just, you know, work into everything. There's that. And I'm just going to grab, just barely tap into that first color. It was called Aaron. And I'm going to tap that off, and I'm just going to really kind of blur that line out again with this brush here. Actually, you know, let me bring that down. Let me bring that down and just use it to crease. This is just a synthetic. This is a pure synthetic. They call it a crease brush. I'm going to use that in that green color, the first one, Aaron. And I'm really going to come in there and just really kind of work right at that line with that color. And just really blur that out. I'm going to come back in, I think, with a little bit of white up top just to bring that back. Because we're working with such dark colors, I'm having to come up a little bit higher to blend that out. Teresa's Dead is where I found out about this company. And she had the palette, and it was just, oh my god, it was gorgeous. I'm going to go back in. I'm not putting any more product. I've got plenty still left on this brush. And I'm just going to come back in here and even this back out down in there. Just make sure I don't have any product that is caking up down in that crease. You know, a lot of times when we talk about fallout, you think down here. When you have hooded eyes, you can actually get product to kind of get back in that crease and kind of get stuck in that hooded lid there. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Jade. That is this color here. I'm going to put this on the lid. I'm going to go ahead and cut that lid. I'm going to just grab my P. Louise. I'm going to grab it in white. And I'm just going to cut the front part of the lid. I'm going to grab, this is a BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. It's kind of a concealer brush. I'm just going to grab that and cut that front part of the lid. There we go. Just to help that really stand out there. That's got to be one of the hardest things to do, is do a cut crease on hooded eyes this fat. I do have pretty severe hooded eyes. I'm actually talking to a eye surgeon about my eyes because I get Botox and that helps to really raise that lid a lot. But when I don't get the Botox, it really hangs down and it's affecting my eyesight a little bit. Grab this Morphe spray to kind of. I'm just gonna go ahead and press that right onto the press it right on to the white. It's a little darker than I thought it was gonna be. I thought that shimmer would be a little lighter. It looks in the pan like it would be a lot lighter, but when you put it on your finger, it comes out a little darker. I'm gonna just place it, even that out there a little bit. I'm just gonna pick that up and bring it in there. I am going to go back and grab a little bit of Ray. That was the color we used on that outer corner, and just tap that over that edge. Just kind of really just barely bring that over, because we've kind of obscured that edge there to where it's looking like there's a drastic line, and I don't want that. But I don't want to lose that outer corner either. I'm going to grab another, I want to grab a little bit of yellow, like a yellow kind of color, mainly for the inner corner, and just to kind of, and of course, anytime you use darker shadows like this, and I believe that Ray, it kind of looks like it's a pressed pigment, I'm not positive. I'm going to grab, this was a company called Vanessa's Vanity. She is on she's on Etsy, and she's also on Instagram. Just gonna grab this little brush here. This is a Morphe 213, and I'm not sure what color this is. Let me see if I can lift it up and find out. This is called Invisible Gold, this yellow here, and I'm gonna use that on the inner corner. I'm gonna use that on that inner corner and bring that slightly under. Yeah, look at that. That is so pretty. These colors are gorgeous. I got a mystery, she sells a mystery bag. It's $24.95. And in it, you get, it's all different. But what I got were 3 large pans and 2 small pans. These are Inglot pans around it. I just happen to stick it in my Inglot palette. You know, that's one company we don't really talk about a lot. Those colors are more what I use. I use these more for when I'm doing other people's makeup. All right, I'm gonna go, this is a little bit darker. I wanna see what this one does. Oh, this is a pretty, like, that is really pretty for a highlighter. That color right there. It's more of a lighter yellow. I'm gonna use this up here too. Just keep that very tight at the arch, at the brow arch right there, and then work it out. Just lightly kind of blend it out. But I want to keep the bulk of it right under that arch. I guess you can call this our St. Patrick's Day. I'm going out for St. Patrick's Day this year. We always do. My husband always thought he was Irish until his brother went and had that DNA testing thing done, and they found out they're actually, I forget, but I don't even think he has Irish in him, to be honest, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to grab a makeup wipe and just kind of clean this up a little bit. This is why I don't like to do my face when I use dark colors like this, because it's so hard to keep it from doing that. But we did, so I'm just going to wipe under my eyes, and then I will touch up. I'm going to touch up my face, and I will be right back. I went ahead and touched up underneath my eyes, brought some foundation back on. Now we're going to do something with the lower lash line. I want to put a little bit of, I'm just going to take a tiny bit of powder and put that underneath, just to kind trying to be safe here. I'm just going to grab this here. I'm just going to put ever tiny bit just to kind of make it so it's easier. When you put powder down, you don't have to put like 3 tons. You can really just go kind of light. It's mainly so you can just kind of whisk it away along with the pigment if you get any there, which hopefully we won't. I'm just going to do a little bit of green underneath my eye. I'm going to take that first color we used, Aaron, and I'm going to use my MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to bring that as close as I can to that lash line under there. I want to keep that kind of tight. I just want to keep that tight and let it kind of blow out a little bit just to bring that color back behind the darker green I'm going to put down in a second. Now the darker green I'm going to use the REE, and I'm going to grab that on this brush also, and I'm going to keep that on the outer corner. I'm going to keep that very tight because I want that little bit of Aaron to show under it. So you want to go very, very tight right there. And you can kind of bring that up into the corner right in here just to make sure that corner is kind of filled in. Now, if you want more of a blown out look, you can take a even fluffier brush behind this and just, you know, kind of go in. I would suggest something like this here. This is the VOM 420 from Royal Langnickel. And like I'm saying, you can come in and just really kind of blow that line out like that if you want. Let's really soften that line. You can even go up and soften right in here. And it just kind of, see how it's blurring that line out and just really blending those colors out. And almost making like a third color green behind that, where those two mix together and just kind of bring them down. I just love that yellow on the inner corner. I can tell I'm really going to love these colors. I think I'm going to try to use, you know, I want to try that one real quick. I'm just going to grab that color here. What is this one called? This is white gold. I'm going to grab white gold, and I'm going to use my my Wayne Goss holiday brush and just grab a tiny bit of that. And I want to see what that would do. I want to see what that'll do for a highlight. I may need a little. No, that's picking it up. I'm not going to go super crazy on this because my eyes are pretty wild. So I don't want to go crazy, but you can tell you can really build that up if you want. It is I like these colors because they're just so much of a natural looking highlight. They're more of a wet look. They're not real glittery. They're just a very wet look, and I just adore that. It just brings like almost a sheen. It almost looks like you just wiped a little bit of oil across your skin. It's so stinking pretty. And that was the same, that was out of Vanessa's Vanity. I really like that brand. You know, you never know with indie brands. It's always kind of a hit or miss. You never know what you're going to get. And sometimes you find amazing brands, and other times you just, not all that. Anyway, let's go ahead. I forgot about leaving that powder there, but the highlight's still there. But I am going to go ahead and finish my face. I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be right back. I just went ahead and used the California Contour, Cali Contour from Fox, as I always do. I just love that thing. And I want to try this out on my lips. This is the new little sets they have from ColourPop. I forget how much these were. This is the Zoella and ColourPop, and it is At Me and Oh Snap. The lip line, the Ultra Matte Lip is At Me, and the lip lining pencil is Oh Snap. It's a very pretty kind of nude color. I haven't tried it yet. Let's try it out. That is the perfect color for my lips. I've been going more across now instead of dipping down so much in my my Cupid's bow, and I've really been liking that. This is At Me, the Ultra Matte Lip. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And that is that. I'm going to go ahead and use that setting spray. Now it's upside down, so you pull it out and it's like this. I try to go right underneath my eyes, a little heavy with this, my mouth area, because my skin tends to be a lot drier there. But that is it. That is my green, monochrome green look for you guys today. I didn't do anything in my waterline. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of mascara on. That's what I forgot. Why do I always forget mascara? I'm going to grab this black liner. This is the Smashbox gel liner, the black one, and I'm going to tightline my eye with that. You tightline your eyes, it really just makes your eyelashes pop. This is the Always On gel liner in Fishnet. The mascara I'm going to use today is, let's go ahead and just go with one of my older favorites, and that is the Lancome, the Hypnosis Drama, and of course in black. I really like the wand for this. It's one of those real fluffy ones. I tend to like my lashes real fluffy. As you can see, my lashes are so long. And I've been using the new lash. Gosh, it's been about a month now. And I need to get some more of my MAC in Giga Black. I love that for the bottom lash line. I'm just going to use this today, and I just kind of lightly tap those. My lashes are wanting to clump together today. They're so long, and that's why I have such a hard time. They always want to clump together. You see how they're just kind of clumping there? I'm trying to turn it upside down and pull them upwards. Maybe that'll help. I don't like that clump they're doing. I really want to get a lash lift, and you're going to think I'm funny, but I am very claustrophobic, and I freak out laying with my eyes closed. To me, I might as well be in a box. I have a very, very hard time with it. And that goes back from my accident. You know, I've had 19 surgeries, and that is a lot for any human to go through. But, you know, actually, you know, I'm going to stack that. Watch Mel Thompson, and she does that quite a bit. And I've really been enjoying stacking two different mascaras. And this is that Bad Gal Lash. Not the Bad Gal Bang. This is the Bad Gal Lash. This is the one, it has a super huge wand, and it's a big thick one. And this one is great because my lashes are much longer than normal. See how that just really picks my lashes up and separates them? Works really good too if I stack it with another mascara. If I use another mascara first and then use this, it just really, really does the trick. There we go. Now that is how I like my lashes to look. And yes, I keep my mascaras in the box. I do that because I write the date that I opened them on there. I have very sensitive eyes when it comes to stuff like that, and having eye problems, so I always make sure that I know when it expires, just so I don't have any problems. But anyway, this has went over a little longer than usual. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.